hey everyone, the NA anniversary is coming up here soon, and with it we're going to be getting a 5-star ticket that can be used to get most of the permanent 5 stars in the game. So I kind of today wanted to go over some of my recommendations for them. Before we start though, I do want to clarify that if you're starting out, I would just choose your favorite character, because the game is much more enjoyable if you're, using your favorite character. That's just kind of how this game is. But if you are a new character, I will have some new player, not new character. If you're a new player, I will have some recommendations for you and stuff. Also, this is not to say that these are the best choices, because honestly, I don't even know if there is a best choice. These are just some recommendations I have for if you're having trouble choosing one. And personally, on JP, I've never used this ticket yet because I haven't, I just haven't used it yet. So I think there might be some people that just may never use it, or may, and you probably, should. Also, this lasts forever, so don't, I say, you should probably use it, but also don't feel the need to use it immediately or anything, if you want to wait a little bit, maybe, I don't know, see if the character you want to choose gets a buff here soon in JP, then you'll have to wait 2 years. But anyway, alright, let's get into it. So, I'll kind of scroll through the list here first. I do want to say, there's a lot of characters that you can see. And these are, I believe, most of the permanent characters, not, and, again, pick your favorite, but if you need help, here we go. So I'm going to do 5, not in any order, and again, not in any, not that these are the best of all time or anything, but let's get started with probably the one you will have heard of the most, probably the most recommended one is Waver, or Zhuglang, or Lord El Malloy II. So Waver is a support caster. He's kind of the gangster. He's kind of the veteran leader in the clubhouse, if you for support battery style supports. And so let's kind of get into. I will briefly talk about their kit and stuff, and then I'll kind of talk about their, I don't know, place in the game, I guess you'd say, or why I'm recommending them. And yeah, okay, so Waver, 3 arts cards like that. But what is really nice is his skills. So he had old skills and they were really bad, but they buffed them. So don't look at the old skills. So basically the reason Waver is so good and recommended is he has a total of 50% battery in his kit, which means he can give 50% NP charge to servants. So his first skill is a targeted 50% crit up and NP battery by 30%. This is a nice skill. 50% crit is kind of nice on a 5-turn cooldown. Second skill is increase party's defense and increases party's reduces party's damage taken. That's by 500, and the defense up is by 30%, and that charges the party's NP by 10%, not just a single person, the whole party. And then the third skill is a charisma type skill. It's a 30% attack up, 500 extra damage. That part doesn't really come into play or matters that much, and then charges the party's NP by 10%. So you can see it's a total of 50% battery. And if you saw my last video on how to Buster Loop, you will know, or my basics of Buster Looping, you will know that you kind of need someone in the back that can give battery. So if you are starting now, Waver would be a good choice if you are planning on getting Coin Sky or someone like that, and maybe having a Buster looping party comp or whatever, Other than that, also his NP is pretty good. It's now I'm not sure if this has been buffed or not on NA, so pardon me if this has not been upgraded yet. But it reduces all enemies' MP gauge. That's nice. Inflicts curse. That's and reduces their defense. That's really good. And then also the overcharge has a chance to stun, but 50%, NP's not the super important thing, but it's nice to have. So overall, I would say Waver's really good. And if you are just like, I have no idea to choose, I hate everyone. I hate every single person on the ticket. Probably take Waver, because he's just going to be generically good. And especially, I would say, if you have just started and you got Koinskaya, I think it'd be a great idea to get Waver. So then you have Koinskaya, Waver, and all you need now is a Buster AoE character, and you'll probably have a pretty good Buster looping comp. So let's get on to the second pick, Jinako. I think Jinako is a little I don't know, underrated, but she's really nice. So she's a Moon Cancer, which is a rare class, especially for new players. The only ones that you'll really have access to are like BB, but you need 5 Rare Prisms. I believe that's come out on NA already. And that is by I'm blanking on the name, but you use 5 Rare Prisms and you unlock the event that she appears in. You can get her, but that's really unrealistic for a free-to-play player. And then other than that, there's just not many Moon Cancer, you know. But Moon Cancer is a okay, you know, class. It's nice to have a variety of classes, you know. And Jinako's actually not that bad of one. So she's 3 arts deck, which is nice. And she has some pretty good skills. So her first skill charges the party's NP gauge by 20%, charges the party's attack by 20%, and grants party 5 crit star buff every turn for 3 turns. So what this means is everyone in the party gets 5 stars every turn, so that means 15 stars every turn. This is cool. I like this skill a lot. Second skill is a taunt. It taunts her for 1 turn, reduces damage by 1,000, or taken by 1,000 for 1 turn, and increases his own attack by 30% for 3 turns on a 5-turn cooldown. This is a nice skill. Also, JoJo Part 7 reference. That was stupid. Anyway, then the third skill, I do not believe this one has been buffed yet. So I'm not going to talk about the buff. It's also not, it increases party. Anyway, so it grants an ally invincibility. So this is targeted. Grants one ally invincibility for 1 turn, increases their NP gen by 1 turn, by 30%, and seals their skill. So that's a demerit. So you probably can tell what one of the strategies or whatever is click her first 2 skills, because then she's taunted and everything, and then you make her invincible. And she, oh no, I'm locked out of skills. Well, don't have any skills off cooldown anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. Really nice kit, I would say. The demerit is one of those demerits that I like that you can play around, you know? It's not like a literal, you know, stun yourself or something, you know, silly like that. But yeah, okay, so her NP is a AoE arts. One thing to mention is she's probably not going to be doing that much damage because she only has 9,000 attack, which is not the greatest. But she's not really supposed to be for, like, farming and stuff. She's kind of a support-y, stall-y type character. Tank, maybe you could classify. So her NP reduces all enemies' defense by 30% for 3 turns. That's an awesome effect. That activates before damage as well. Then she grants herself invincibility for 1 turn, and then she also heals herself by 2,000 on overcharge 1. This NP's awesome, and it really is nice that she has 3 arts deck, arts NP, her skills all mesh together, and it combines into a really nice sort of tanky challenge mode type stuff, type kit. I'm about to sneeze. I don't know if you guys can tell. Yeah, Jinako should consider. Alright, next one. Alright, we sneezed off camera. Let's get on to the third pick, Tamamo. Tamamo is a very popular character, and I would bet that some of you might be picking her anyway, because she is just very popular, and I would say is actually really good nowadays. And I would maybe even say underrated nowadays, because she is a arts buffer And we've, of course, seen a lot of arts buffers, Castoria, recently. And I think people might have, I don't know, forgotten about her, but she still has a place in the game, and let's talk about it. So, for the third time in a row, a 3 arts deck, which is nice. First skill, she's also a caster. Yeah, I said, yeah. I was just making sure I said Jinako is a moon cancer. But anyway, Tamamo's a caster. First skill, is a drain. It says chance, but at level 10, it's 100% chance. Drains an enemy's NP gauge by 1, and increases party's NP damage except self. And that part doesn't matter because she has a support NP anyway. But for 3 turns by 30%, and this is on a 5-turn cooldown. So let's keep the cooldowns in mind as we keep trekking along here. Second skill is shapeshift. Increases own defense by 30% for 1 turn. Then further increases own defense for 3 turns by 30%. So that means she gets 2 defense buffs. Pretty nice skill, I would say. If she ever got another buff, I would say this is probably the skill they would buff. But that does not make it a bad skill. It's also on a 5-turn cooldown. Third skill is where she really shines, I would say. Is the arts buff. The 50% arts up for 3 turns. And on top of that, she heals the target for 2,500. Also on a 5-turn cooldown. So overall, she was like one of the original arts buffers. And yeah, Kit is really awesome. This is a great, I would say, difficulty quest kit. In terms of the utility, she has a drain, she has defense up, NP damage up, and she is her role as a supporter with the 50% up and everything. But what's really awesome and is really fun, I would say, about this character is the NP. So the NP is arts, of course, and it reduces the party's skill cooldown by 1. Recovers the party's HP by a range of 2,000 to 3,000, depending on the NP level. And then the overcharge effect charges the party's NP gauge. At level 1, it's 25, and it can go up to 50. That's probably not going to happen often. But this is a really fun and cool NP, I would say. And it also is nice because all her cooldowns are as low as you're probably going to get for a lot of these effects, you know? So you're really looking at some of these skills like, hey, 3 turns, only a 2-turn downtime on, like, say, the arts up. If you fit in 2 NPs somewhere, and you might be able to do that just because you are most likely playing a arts comp, you know, and you'll probably be getting a lot of NP and stuff. You might not have any downtime on this skill. You probably will just have 1 turn downtime on some of these skills. And I think that is a really awesome thing and a really cool thing. And I would say keeps her relevant, and I would say it's very viable in a lot of stuff nowadays, you know. So Tamamo, definitely, I would say keep in mind, so I would pick Tamamo if you say, like, I don't know, maybe already have cast Artoria, so you don't need a battery support like a waiver, but you still want a support character. And also if you have a lot of arts characters you like or are planning to get or want or have or whatever, Tamamo's nice. So yeah, let's get on to number 4. Dio! Ozymandias. Ozymandias is, to this day, one of the better writers in the game. So writers, I would say, for free-to-play, there's not, like, amazing writers. Like, Ushi is good, that you can get as a 3-star. But other than that, and beat me up in the comments if I'm missing someone obvious that's, like, easy to get. Not many good, or not too many good ones, and Ozymandias is a, really good one. So let's talk about it. So, writer. Oh, no, not 3 arts deck. He must be bad. No. 2 arts, 2 buster. First one, first non-3 arts deck we've seen. Let's get into the skills. You'll see a similarity to Tamamo as well. So first skill. Also, again, I said this earlier, but if some of these buffs are not out yet, I 100% apologize. They will. I mean, they're gonna come out soon. Like I don't think these are buffs that are. If they're not in the game, they'll be soon. And anyway. So first skill. Charisma, 20% up, or 20%, party up, gains 10 crit stars every turn on Sunlight Battlefield, and increases party's crit damage on Sunlight Battlefield, all for 3 turns, 5-turn cooldown. The crit damage is 30%. This is a nice skill. You do need to be on Sunlight, though, but, yeah, okay. Second skill. So here's where things are, the 60% chance to increase own attack for 3 turns, 60% chance to increase own defense for 3 turns, and recovers, recovers own HP. He recovers 3,000 HP, and his buffs are both 40%, but it's a 60% chance. That's not that high, is it? If only there was a way to increase the buff success chance, also on a 5-turn cooldown. 40% increase, 40% increased party buff success chance. That is a hard thing for me to say. I don't know why. What does 40 plus 60 equal? 100? I'm super good at math, I would say. Don't even bother. You don't even need to worry about him missing. So obviously, you can tell you're supposed to use the 3rd skill first, then the 2nd skill. And then you won't have to worry about the chance and stuff. And then also you get a party 20% gauge up, so that's pretty nice. Overall, the skill, this one's also on a 6-turn cooldown. But overall, I would say the skills are pretty nice. Nothing like too insane, but pretty nice skills. And it also kind of has some utility as well, like a 20% battery for the team and buff success chance and everything, But I think what really makes him click is the NP. So the NP is a single target buster that seals the target's NP for 1 turn, which is really nice, especially in for a new player and stuff, or for boss fights and stuff like that. Then you open the sun up. You clear the skies, and the sunlight engulfs the battlefield so that the first skill works. And then, do you see what I see? By 1. Unfortunately, this is just for him. If it was for party, this would be a stupid NP. But this is still a really, really great. This NP is amazing. Also, the overcharge reduces their defense for 3 turns. Unfortunately, this happens after, I believe, because the way NPs typically work is they're read literally okay, so this one is first it deals damage, then it seals, then it's sunlight, then it's reduced cooldown, and then it reduces defense. So would have loved to see that happen first, but not a big deal at all. This is such a cracked NP. You don't even need the defense down for this to be amazing. So overall, very, very good damage dealer. In a rarer class, I would say, for new players, and yeah, Ozymandias, very good, very cool, very drippy, and he's Theo. So now let's get on to number 5. You know who it is. You know who it is. The king, Artoria. So Artoria, why am I talking about Artoria? This is a, she's she's literally the first servant. Oh, I'm sorry, she's ID number 2, because number 1 is MASH. What is Artoria doing in 2023? 2021, really, for the game. Well, I will talk about it. So, she's got a 2-buster, 2 arts deck. She is a saber. First skill, literally the first skill is 18%. It's a charisma. You got it. 5-turn cooldown. All good, baby. Second skill. Uh-oh. Dragon Reactor Core B increases own Buster performance for 1 turn. What number does that say? Does that say 50%? 50% Buster up for 1 turn? Increases own NP damage by 30% for 1 turn? And changes all own command cards types to Buster for 1 turn? Whoa. That's an awesome skill, isn't it? You are going to be clicking all the red cards. And then you check, it's on a 5-turn cooldown. And we will talk about that in a second. But we got to talk about the 3rd skill. 3rd skill, Radiant Road. Yo, all her names are broken. Radiant Road? I want to go down the Radiant Road. Dragon Reactor Core B? Come on now. Charges own NP gauge by 30%. And generates 15 stars. Pretty good skill. And we'll see why this works because it's on a 5-turn cooldown in a second. But let's talk about the NP. NP, AoE NP, and then charges own NP gauge by 20% on the overcharge. That is very important. So, you might be going, okay, I mean, this is a pretty good kit, you know, but sabers are sabers, and it's Artoria, yada, 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 yada. Why does this work? Well, this works because there's a character in the game called Koinskaya, and she's going to be on Raid Up when this comes out. And Saber is one of the best AoE Buster Loopers that I would say is easy to get, you know. And she's definitely one of the best ones that you can get on the ticket, and that's kind of why I wanted to highlight her. And so before I get into like how it works, I would say pick her if you have Koinskaya. You may be planning to get Oberon or something, and you're just missing that last the actual damage. You know, you're missing the actual damage piece of the puzzle. Saber can definitely be that for you. So let's go into why this is so amazing. So it mostly stems from the fact that all her skills are 5-turn cooldown. So that means you can click it on the first skill, so click all her skills on the first turn, and then have them ready again on the last wave. So, let's say, we're not going to do, like, the NP calculation. You can go to my Buster Looping guide for that, but, you click second skill. You get your Buster up, you get your NP damage for 1 turn, then it's on a 5-turn cooldown. Then you click Koinskaya's NP twice. First skill twice. Then it's off cooldown. And then you have that option open to you. Hey, is the second wave, do I need more damage on the second wave or the third wave? But she just does really, really insane damage over time. And not only does she also stack like the charisma and stuff as well, but overall just really awesome. So one thing that is kind of hard to I would say grasp if you're new to the game or you don't, you know, completely, is so you might be wondering, hey, she only has a 30% battery. How do I get how do I loop well with her because she only has a 30% battery? Well, the reason you can loop with her is because she charges her NP gauge by 20% after every time you NP. So that basically means you're just starting the next wave at 20%. So that's kind of why only having a 30% battery works. And yeah, that's the basic premise of Artoria and Buster Looping. There are definitely videos out there I would check if you do plan on getting Artoria. Because you've gotten Koinskaya and you have like your another battery person or you're planning on getting Oberon. But just a quick little thing. Also, she's freaking it's Saber, bro. She's the face of the game, you know. She's been on the face of the app forever, you know. I have her poster hanging up right here. You guys can't see it. Anyway, but yeah, that's pretty much the video. Before I end, though, I kind of want to just, like, see if I spot any, you know, honorable mentions. Mordred, I like Mordred. She's kind of a I wanted to say side grade, but she's honestly kind of a downgrade of Artoria right now. In JP, she just got a buff, which is really nice. But that's not gonna, be relevant for like 2 years. Orion, I would say just, well, actually no, because Uriel or whatever exists. So never mind. Who else? Bradamante is one of the coolest characters in the game, and I hope she gets a summer version. Med W, shout out to my MP3 Med W on NA. I think that's pretty much it. I think that. Oh, Jack! I do want to highlight Jack. Jack is one of the more interesting assassins because she has a what is it? Is it 5 hits? Yeah, 5 hit 3 quick deck. She makes all the stars, man. She makes all the stars. But there's so many assassins. That like Sasaki and other low rarities that you probably don't want to waste a pick on a assassin. I would say, Vladdy is still nice. Ku Berserker is or Ku Alter, I mean, is nice. Nightingale is interesting. I feel like with Nightingale, I'm worried about recommending her just because like bias or whatever, but her buff in JP has actually made her actually viable because now, again, 2 years in the future, don't really, not relevant, but now she increases Buster by, she increases the crit damage of for Buster cards on the targeted person for 3 turns, and it's a star thing and everything. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So if you liked the video, it'd be awesome if you click like. That would be sick. If you want to see more stuff like this, maybe click the sub button. And I hope you guys liked it. Let me know, because I actually do want to know, like, who you guys are going to pick and who you guys are planning on picking. I'm going to leave that up. For me, I have a plan on, I think I'm gonna do a little skit, a little, MLB draft night, baby, skit on who I'm gonna draft for NA, but, overall, I hope you guys pick your favorites, and I hope you guys are happy with your picks, and, yeah, if you're summoning, good luck. I guess this isn't a summoning video, but I say that every video, and, yeah, hope you guys have a good day. And keep it locked on the channel for more content like this. Bye-bye.